Okay. So yesterday we have seen the one problem related to the Buckingham's pi theorem. Okay. And after that we have started the Buckingham's pi method for the forced convection. Okay. So in that we have deriving the one equation for the forced convection, that is relation between the dimensionless numbers. Okay. So basically there are five steps. By using that five steps, we have to solve the problems. We have to write the relation between the different dimensionless numbers. Okay. So yesterday we have calculated the value of pi 2. Okay. Then write on the pi 3. Write on the pi 3. So what is the equation for the pi 3? Pi 3 is equal to d raised to a3, b raised to b3, rho raised to c3, and h raised to d3 into k. Okay. So our aim is to, first of all, we have to calculate the values of a3, b3, c3, and d3. Okay. So all of you write down the dimension of each term and compare the powers of each term. Okay. So all of you do the calculation by yourself. Already we have written the dimension of each term, and from that we have to calculate the equate the powers of the both sides and find out the value of a3, b3, c3, and d3. Okay. So all of you do the calculation for this. Within 2-3 minutes we have to calculate the values of a3, b3, c3, and d3. Okay. So first of all we have to write down the equation in the form of dimension. Okay. So what is the dimension of pi 3? That is m raised to 0, l raised to 0, t raised to 0, theta raised to 0 is equal to, then write down the whatever the terms which is at the right hand side, write down the dimension of each term. Okay. Take the powers of a3, b3, c3, and d3, and from that we have to equate the powers on the both sides, and by using that we have to calculate the values of a3, b3, c3, and d3. Okay. So all of you do the calculation for this and find out the values of a3, b3, c3, and d3. Within 2-3 minutes we have to do this calculation. Okay. So what is the value of a3, b3, c3, and d3? So a3 is equal to -1, then b3 is equal to 0, c3 is equal to 0, and d3 is equal to -1. Okay. All of you get the answer for the a3, b3, c3, and d3. We have to equate the powers of m, l, t, and theta. So from that we get the equations, and by the solving the equations we get the values of a3, b3, c3, and d3. Okay. So a3 is equal to -1, b3 is equal to 0, c3 is equal to 0, and d3 is equal to -1. Okay. So write down the equation of pi 3. So pi 3 is equal to what? D raised to -1, b raised to 0, rho raised to 0, h raised to -1 into k. Okay. So therefore, what is the equation for the pi 3? Pi 3 is equal to k upon dh. All of you write down the equation for the pi 3. Pi 3 is equal to k upon d into h. pi 3 is equal to k upon d into h. Then what is the step number 5? We have to write down the equation of function of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 is equal to 0. Function of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 is equal to 0. So already we have calculated the values of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. So we have to put the values of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 into this equation. Okay, so all of you put the values of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 into this equation. So function of what is the value of pi 1, that is mu upon dv rho. Then what is the value of pi 2? Cp into rho vd by k. Then what is the value of pi 3, that is k upon dh is equal to 0. Okay, then write down the equation k upon hd is equal to, in the bracket only we have to take the two terms, therefore f1 is replaced by 5 in bracket mu upon rho vd cp rho vd by k. Okay, so k upon hd is equal to, so in dimensionless terms, okay, so then we have to write down the in the form of constant by replacing them function. We have to take the raised to m and raised to n. Okay, so in the dimensional analysis there is a possibility of we have to take the powers of the numerator and denominator. We have to multiply and divide by numerator and denominator. We have to change the numerator by denominator. So in that way we have to, there is no change in dimension is takes place. So we have to take the powers in the form of raised to m and raised to n. Okay, so all of you write down the equation k upon h into d is equal to k upon h into d is equal to c into bracket mu divided by rho vd raised to m into another bracket cp rho vd divided by k raised to n raised to n raised to n, where write down where m and n are constant, where m and n are constant, if m and n are constant, and if m is greater than n. Okay, then do the simplification. K upon hd is equal to c into bracket mu upon rho vd raised to n into bracket Cp rho Vd by K raised to n into mu upon rho Vd raised to m. ओके, तर डायमेन्शन जर चेंज होत नसेल तर आपण काहीही करू शकतो. लक्षात ठेवा, मल्टिप्लाय करू शकतोय, डिवाइड करू शकतोय, पॉवर घेऊ शकतोय, न्यूमरेटर डिनॉमिनेटरला घेऊ शकतोय. जे काय आपल्याला प्रूव्ह करायचं आहे, ॲज पर दी रिक्वायरमेंट वी हॅव टू राईट दी इक्वेशन्स. ओके, then write down the next equation. K upon hd is equal to c into bracket mu upon rho vd raised to m minus n into bracket rho mu upon rho vd into cp rho vd by k raised to ओके. आपण हे सिम्प्लिफिकेशन करणार आहे and we have to write down the equation in the form of dimensionless number, that is Reynolds number and Prandtl number. So hd by k, so we have to लेफ्ट हँड साइडला काय केलंय बघा, वी हॅव चेंजिंग द न्यूमरेटर बाय डिनॉमिनेटर, सो देअरफॉर hd by k c into, similarly we have to do for the right hand side also. सो म्यू बाय रो व्ही डी एम मायनस एम आहे, त्याच्यानंतर यू बाय रो व्ही डी रेस टू एन आहे, एन एन कॅन्सल होईल, सो देअर फोर रो व्ही डी बाय म्यू रेस टू एम अँड म्यू सी पी बाय के, रो व्ही डी कॅन्सल होईल, सो इन द सेकंड ब्रॅकेट म्यू सी पी बाय के रेस टू एन. ओके, अँड एच डी बाय के इज नथिंग बट Nusselt's number, and rho Vd by mu is nothing but Reynolds number, and mu Cp by K is nothing but Prandtl number. Okay, so for the forced convection, this is the relation between the Nusselt number and Reynolds and Prandtl number. Okay, Nusselt number is equal to constant into Reynolds number raised to m and Prandtl number raised to n. आपल्याला फक्त सिम्प्लिफिकेशन करायचं आहे जेणेकरून आपल्याला रेनॉल्ड्स नंबर आणि प्रँटल नंबर मिळेल. So we have to change denominator, numerator, we have to take the powers. Okay, so in that way we have to do the simplification and find out the equation in the form of dimensionless numbers. Okay, so this is the relation for the forced convection, that is Nusselt number is equal to constant into Reynolds number raised to m and Prandtl number raised to n. Okay, then write down the next dimensional analysis for natural convection. Dimensional analysis for natural convection. Okay, so write down the heat transfer coefficient. The heat transfer coefficient in case of natural convection. The heat transfer coefficient in case of natural convection. The heat transfer coefficient in case of natural convection. Natural convection, comma, like forced convection. Like forced convection. Like forced convection. Like forced convection, heat transfer coefficient depends upon. Heat transfer coefficient depends upon. Heat transfer coefficient depends upon the variables. Heat transfer coefficient depends upon the variables. Write down the variables: velocity, that is v, comma rho, comma k, comma mu, comma cp, and l or d. V means velocity, rho means density, K means thermal conductivity, mu is nothing but dynamic viscosity, Cp is nothing but specific heat, L is nothing but length, or D is nothing but diameter. D is nothing but diameter. Okay. So in the natural convection heat transfer coefficient कशा कशावरती depend असणार आहे, that variables are given. Okay. Right on then, since the fluid circulating in free convection, since the fluid circulating, since the fluid circulating in free convection, since the fluid circulating in free convection is owing to fluid circulating in free convection is owing to difference in density, owing to difference in density between the various fluid layers, density between the various fluid layers, due to temperature gradient, due to temperature gradient and not by external agency. As we know that natural convection मध्ये मोशन कशामुळे असणार आहे, बिकॉज ऑफ द डेन्सिटी डिफरन्स, आणि फोर्स्ड कन्व्हेक्शन मध्ये वी आर युजिंग द एक्सटर्नल डिव्हाइस, वी आर युजिंग द एक्सटर्नल डिव्हाइस. ओके. Density between the various fluid layers due to temperature gradient and not by external agency, and not by external agency, not by external agency. Therefore, therefore velocity v is no longer, therefore velocity v is no longer an independent variable, an independent variable, an independent variable, but depends upon the following factors, but depends upon the following factors, depends upon the following factors. So write down the additional factors on which factors. Write down the first factor, delta T. Write down delta T, delta T, that is, delta T, that is the difference of temperature between, delta T, that is the difference of temperature between, that is the difference of temperature between the heated surface, the heated surface and the undisturbed fluid. Delta T, that is the difference of temperature between the heated surface and the undisturbed fluid. Okay, so this is the first factor. Then write down the second, beta, beta, that is coefficient of volume of expansion, coefficient of volume expansion, beta, that is coefficient of volume expansion of the fluid, coefficient of volume expansion of the fluid, of the fluid. Then third factor, that is G, acceleration due to gravity, acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so these are the three factors we have to consider. Instead of these three factors, we have to consider only one factor. So B, that is beta G delta T, is considered as one physical factor. ओके, या तिन्हीला आपण सेपरेट कन्सिडर न करता काय करणार आहे, सिंगल फॅक्टर कन्सिडर करणार आहे, दॅट इज बी इंटू जी इंटू डेल्टा टी. ओके, so b into g into delta t is considered as one physical factor, one physical factor. Okay, so as per the Buckingham pi theorem, we have to solve the relation for the
natural convection method, sorry, for the natural convection. Okay, so write down. Now the heat transfer coefficient is depends upon, write down the heat transfer coefficient H may be expressed as follows. The heat transfer coefficient H, the heat transfer coefficient H may be expressed as follows. The heat transfer coefficient H may be expressed as follows. So write down the factors on which H is depends for the natural convection. That is H is equal to function of, H is equal to function of rho into L into mu into Cp into K into that single factor, that is beta G delta T. Okay. H कशाचं फंक्शन असणार आहे? H is the function of density, length, dynamic viscosity, specific heat, thermal conductivity, and that factor, that is beta G delta T. Okay, so we have to take the all the terms into one single bracket. So therefore F1 into bracket function of H rho L mu Cp K beta G delta T is equal to 0. So by using this Buckinham's pi method, we have to solve the equation for the natural convection. So H is nothing but heat transfer coefficient, which is depends upon the variables. Okay, there are 6 variables on which H is depends. So total number of variables are there, 7 variables are there. Okay, so write down number of variable N is equal to 7. Number of variables, number of variables N is equal to 7. Number of variables N is equal to 7, and fundamental dimensions M is equal to 4, because we have to check the dimensions of all this quantity. Then M is there, L is there, T is there, theta is there. So all dimensions are covered in these 7 parameters or 7 quantities. So therefore how many fundamental dimensions are there? That is M, L, T and theta. So therefore fundamental dimensions M is equal to 4. Fundamental dimensions M is equal to 4. Fundamental dimensions M is equal to 4. Okay, then in the next step we have to write down the quantity, write down the unit of that particular quantity and the dimension of each quantity. Okay, so whatever the quantities are there, H is there, rho is there, L is there, mu is there, Cp is there, K is there, and beta G delta T is there. Okay, so for each quantity you have to write down the unit. So what is the unit of H? That is watt meter square degree Celsius. Rho kg per meter cube, L is in the meter, dynamic viscosity kg per meter second, Cp kilojoule per kg degree Celsius, then thermal conductivity watt per meter degree Celsius, beta G delta T, that product having unit is meter per second square. So write down the dimension of each quantity. Okay, so all of you write down the unit of each quantity by your own, then write down the dimension of each quantity by your own. Don't see on the screen, do by yourself. Okay, write down the dimension of each quantity. H having dimension is m t raised to minus 3 theta raised to minus 1, density m l raised to minus 3, length having dimension is l, dynamic viscosity m l raised to minus 1 t raised to minus 1, cp l square t raised to minus 2 theta raised to minus 1, k m l t raised to minus 3 theta raised to minus 1, beta g delta t l t raised to minus 2, l t raised to minus 2. Okay, then next step, number of dimensionless, that is pi terms. How to calculate that? N minus m. So write down number of dimensionless terms, number of dimensionless terms, number of dimensionless term is equal to n minus m. N minus m. So 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. That is, how many pi terms are there? 3 pi terms are there. Pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. Okay, 3, that is pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. So what is our equation? F1 of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 is equal to 0. Okay, then we have to select the repeating variables. So as we know that we have to select the first geometric property, then we have to select the flow property, and then we have to select the fluid property. So L, rho, mu, and then we have to K as a repeating variable. So in this case, how many repeating variables are there? M repeating variables are there. So M is nothing but 4. So there are 4 repeating variables are there. So we have to select the 4 repeating variables as a, we choose L, comma, rho, comma, mu, comma, K as repeating variables. We choose L, comma, rho, comma, mu, comma, K as repeating variables. So all of you write down the equation for the pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. So pi 1 is equal to L raised to A1, rho raised to B1, mu raised to C1, K raised to D1 into H. Similarly, pi 2 is equal to L raised to A2, rho raised to B2, mu raised to C2, K raised to D2 into Cp. Then pi 3 is equal to L raised to A3, rho raised to B3, mu raised to C3, K raised to D3, beta G delta T. Okay, total 7 terms are there. So 4 repeating variables, and we have to put one term in each pi term, that is pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. Okay, then we have to take the pi 1 term, and from that we have to calculate the values of the A1, B1, C1 and D1 by comparing the powers on the both sides. Okay, so all of you write down the equation for the pi 1. L raised to A1, rho raised to B1, mu raised to C1, K raised to D1 into H. Write down the dimension of each term, and after that compare the powers of MLT theta, and by comparing the powers we have to calculate the values of A1, B1, C1 and D1. A1, B1, C1 and D1. Okay, so what is the value of a1, b1, c1 and d1? a1 is equal to 1, b1 is equal to 0 and c1 is equal to 0 and d1 is equal to minus 1. Okay, what are the values of a1, b1, c1 and d1? a1 is 1, b1 is 0, c1 is 0, d1 is minus 1. Okay, so put that values into pi1 equation. So pi1 is equal to L raised to 1, rho raised to 0, mu raised to 0, k raised to minus 1 into h. Okay, so we get the equation as a L into h divided by k. So this is the pi1 term, L into h divided by k. L into h divided by k. This is the pi1 term. Then what is the pi2 term? Pi2 is equal to L raised to a2, rho raised to b2, mu raised to c2, k raised to d2 into cp. Put the values of dimension into this equation and compare the powers of m, l, t, theta and find out the values of a2, b2, c2 and d2. Okay, so all of you put the dimensions into this equation and com compare the powers on the both sides and find out the values of a2, b2, c2 and d2. Okay, all of you put the values of dimensions, compare the powers of both sides m, l, t, theta and find out the values of a2, b2, c2 and d2. So what is the value of a2, b2, c2 and d2? Can anyone tell what is the values of a2, b2, c2 and d2? Okay, what is the value of a2, b2, c2 and d2? d2 is equal to minus 1, c2 is equal to 1. Okay, so a2 is equal to 0, b2 is equal to 0, c2 is equal to 1 and d2 is equal to minus 1. So from that, what is the equation of pi2? Pi2 is equal to L raised to 0, rho raised to 0, mu raised to 1, k raised to minus 1 into cp. So from that we get the equation for the pi2 as a mu cp divided by k. Mu cp divided by k. Okay, similarly we have to write down the equation of pi3. Pi3 is equal to L raised to a3, rho raised to b3, mu raised to c3, k raised to d3 into beta g delta t. Put the dimension of each term into this equation. Compare the powers of both sides, that is m, l, t, theta and from that we get the values of A3, B3, C3 and D3. So all of you put the values of dimension and find out the values of A3, B3, C3 and D3. Do the calculation by yourself, all of you, and find out the values of A3, B3, C3 and D3. Okay, so what is the value of A3, B3, C3 and D3? A3 is equal to 3, B3 is equal to 2, C3 is equal to minus 2, D3 is equal to 0. All of you check whether all values are correct. A3, B3, C3 and D3. So first we get the value of D3, from that C3, then B3 and then A3. Okay, all of you get the values of A3, B3, C3 and D3. So put that values into the pi 3 equation. So pi 3 equation, what is the pi 3 equation? Pi 3 is equal to L raised to 3, rho raised to 2, mu raised to minus 2, k raised to 0 into beta g delta t. Okay, so from this we get the equation as a pi 3 is equal to beta g delta t into rho square L cube divided by mu square. All of you write down the equation of pi 3, and mu by rho is nothing but nu. So therefore in the next step beta g delta t L cube divided by nu square. कारण kinetic viscosity म्हणजे काय असते? Dynamic viscosity divided by density. So mu square divided by rho square is nothing but nu square. Okay, so all of you write down the equation of pi 3. Okay, so put that values into the equation. F1 of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 is equal to 0. So put the value of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 into this equation. So F1 into bracket, what is the value of pi 1? That is LH by K. Then what is the value of pi 2? That is mu Cp by K. Then what is the value of pi 3? That is beta G delta T L cube divided by nu square is equal to 0. Okay, so then write down the equation in the form of, we have to take the at the left hand side, that is LH by K. So that function will be changed, and in the right hand side function of mu Cp by K beta G delta T L cube divided by nu square. Okay, so as we know that dimensionless numbers, LH by K is nothing but Nusselt number. So instead of LH by K, we have to write down the Nusselt number. Then mu Cp by K is nothing but Prandtl number, and beta G delta T L cube divided by nu square is nothing but Grashof number. Already we have written the equations for the dimensionless numbers. So from that we get the equation as a Nusselt number is equal to function of Prandtl number into Grashof number. Okay, so what is the final equation? Nusselt number is the function of Prandtl number and Grashof number. So this is the relation for the natural convection. If in the exam, if they have asked about the write down the dimensional analysis for the natural convection, at that time we have to solve this derivation, and final equation is Nusselt number is the function of Prandtl number into Grashof number. Prandtl number into Grashof number. Okay, Nusselt number is equal to function of Prandtl number into Grashof number. So this is the dimensional analysis for the natural convection by using the Buckingham pi method. By using the Buckingham pi method. Okay, so here we have completed the unit number 4, that is convection. Unit number 4, that is convection, means here we have completed our heat transfer whole syllabus. इथं आपला heat transfer चा syllabus संपलेला आहे. टोटल आपले 6 टॉपिक्स आहेत. In the first section there are 3 topics, in the second section there are 3 topics. Okay, so in the first section what are the 3 topics? First one is the conduction, second one is extended surface, and third one is radiation. Okay, so all 3 topics we have covered. After that, in the second section we have covered the unit number 6, that is heat exchanger. Then we have covered the unit number 5, that is boiling and condensation. Then we have covered the unit number 4, that is convection. So in this way we have completed the total syllabus of the heat transfer subject. Okay, इथं आपला heat transfer चा syllabus संपलेला आहे. So only remaining part is the, we have to complete the practicals of the heat transfer subject. Okay, so in the next week when we get the time for this, we have to complete the practicals of the heat transfer subject. Okay, so we have to complete the 8 practicals for the heat transfer subject, which is depending upon the conduction, convection, radiation and heat exchanger topic. ओके, जे काय आपण टॉपिक बघितलेले आहे त्याच्या रिलेटेडच प्रॅक्टिकल्स आहेत. देन देर इज ए प्रॅक्टिकल ओरल एक्झामिनेशन फॉर दिस हीट ट्रान्सफर सब्जेक्ट. तर ह्या सब्जेक्टला आपल्याला काय एक्सटर्नल एक्झाम आहे, प्रॅक्टिकल ओरल एक्झामिनेशन. ओके, सो ऍट दॅट टाइम वी हॅव टू कंडक्ट दी experiment, write down the readings and write down the conclusion from that experiments. Okay, so for this subject there is a practical oral examination, so all of you study thoroughly all these 6 topics, because on these 6 topics there are different practicals are there. So by understanding the practicals, there is a need to understand the theory of that particular topic. Okay, so if you have understood the theory, then it is easy to understand that particular experiment. Experiments are very simple. So we have to calculate the thermal conductivity of the insulating powder. Then we have to calculate the thermal conductivity of the composite wall. Then we have to calculate the heat transfer coefficient for the natural convection. Then we have to calculate the heat transfer coefficient for the forced convection. Then we have to understand the what is meant by parallel fluid exchanger, what is meant by counter fluid exchanger. Then we have to, again there is one experiment which is related to the heat pipe. Then we have to, there is one experiment which is related to the boiling, that is critical heat flux. So that experiments which is related to the theoretical syllabus. So we have to take the readings, and from that we have to write down the conclusion of the each experiments. Okay, so that part we have to cover it in the next week. Whatever the practicals are there, we have to cover that 8 practicals in the next week. Okay, so today I will send the assignments for the heat transfer subject. So we have to complete that assignments and upload that assignments on that particular link. I will send assignment questions as well as link for that. So we have to write down the assignments and submit that assignment to that particular link. Okay, so thank you very much. So practicals we have to conduct in the next lecture. So here we have to stop. Put your roll numbers in the chat box. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. After 2-3 minutes, all are putting the roll numbers. Then we have to stop the recording. Okay, sir. Stop the recording and leave the meeting.